Hey, what's up, guys? Do a quick vid today on something new that I got in. I put out some watch straps. I think I showed this to you guys in the last video, but what I was telling you is that one of the coolest things about the Panerai watches. I mean, really, you could technically do this with almost any watchmaker. They just make it, in my opinion, easier to accessorize by changing out watch straps and things like that. So I've got like an array of straps. A black one on here. This is like what's called Storm Gray. This is a guy from the UK did this. DeLuca Straps did this white one. And I want to say that might have been an Appleman strap there. And then this is a Greg Stevens design brown one. It's like a real, this is some type of vintage, sorry, I wasn't in frame. Like a vintage Swiss ammo pouch, I believe is what this is. You see where some of the buttons were in there originally. It's just real worn out looking. It's just awesome. I really enjoy this strap. So, you know, it's cool. You can change it up to whatever kind of stuff you're into for the day, or what outfit you're wearing, or whatever, if you're into accessorizing with your clothing. Anyway, so here's a couple of tools. So both of my Panerais came with these tools, but I'm not certain that all of them do, so I'm not going to make that statement. But these come apart. This comes apart here, and you utilize these ends to open, come on, focus, to open the underneath part to change out the strap. And then this is if you're going to change out a buckle, which I don't, actually I'm going to need to do that soon, but I'm just going to show you how to change out the strap real fast. So I'll move all this stuff out of the way. So here's what I got in today. Here's one piece of it. So I ordered, again, this Greg's information, does an incredible job. One of the best out there as far as watch straps and even belts. My belt I'm wearing right now is a Greg Stevens belt. So I ordered one. As you guys know, I have a, or maybe you don't know, I have a BMW X5M. And I had seen a strap online. It was made for, I guess, for BMW. And I asked Greg if he could make me one like that, and he said no problem. So haven't sized it, checked it out or anything, but it's got the blue and red, just looked kind of cool. And then he also threw in, just as a side thing, a cool little matching key thing. Not a huge fan of carrying around keys, but I'm sure I could find something to put on it and maybe leave it in my truck. I leave all the keys in my vehicles and just carry the fobs with me because I can't stand having a bunch of keys. You knife guys know what I'm talking about. I don't like to scratch up my stuff if I don't have to. Yes, I'm one of those guys. Anyway, so I'm going to flip this over, show you guys the back. I don't care about numbers and all that crap. But if you see right here, you've got a, on both edges of it, is where you change the strap from, and I'll show you how that's done. So what I do is I'll typically take these apart, and this is a screw-in buckle he put on here. So I'll change this out and put one of my Scott Namkin buckles on here. So what I do is I lay these out because you can get turned around. It sucks to put these on the watch and then they're on backwards. So I put it in the same direction as the one that's currently on the watch. Try to zoom in a little bit here so you guys can see. So what you do, and I think it's on this side, so you press on this button, and I usually like to hold it down this way. So you press and then push through here, and as you see, it popped out on the other side. Release this out, this slides off, slide this one back in, and it should, sometimes it takes a little bit, but because I'm doing this, trying to look through the camera at the same time. Put these in where it's supposed to go. This is a 24 millimeter width as well. But even on this, you can see, if it'll focus, that's what connects on the other end. Instead of having the spring, this one's solid. Instead of having the spring on some watches, this one has that little piece that it connects into. Let me see how I get this in here. Should slide right into the bar that's on the watch. Sorry guys. I'm making this way more difficult than it is. Alright, I'm going to take this off frame so I can see what I'm doing. The hard part's leaning over. All right, so it's way easier than I made it look. So now it's in almost all the way. So then what you do is you take and press down on this side, and this should slide in the rest of the way if you get it lined up right. Because it goes through this metal tube inside of here. And I'm not connected. Well, I'm making this look a lot more difficult than it is. It's really not that hard. I just got to line up the posts into the watch piece, and it should. There it goes. And it should connect simply. All right, so we'll do it again. So you press on this piece, and it slides right in. So, come on, focus. Press there, and then it slides in flush. And then you get the watch strap there. I'll do the same thing for the other side. Hopefully it won't be as difficult as that one was. Like I say, doing this with leaning over this camera, this is a pretty good ways away from my hands, makes it a lot more difficult. So take that, flip it over. You know, one of the things I screwed up on, I'll tell you about in a sec. Here's what I was talking about. So let me back this up. So I'm gonna have to take that strap back off again because the stay, or I don't know what you want to call it, I call it a stay, is supposed to be on the short version, short end of it. And as you can see, when I did it, I didn't put it on there. So my stay is stuck over here. So I'm going to put this on and then put the stay on the other side, but kind of a pain in the ass when you don't pay attention. So you go in this way. Let me go back in quick. I feel like, pardon my French, that this is the biggest clusterfuck video I've done. So appreciate everybody sticking around for the stupidity. There we go. Yeah, I gotta find out where that other piece is. There it goes. And then you press on that thing there, and it slides right in. Boom. So I'll take that off. So as you can see, let me back it up a little bit. It's really not supposed to be that hard. I can normally do it in literally like a minute or two. This is a new strap, so it was a little bit more difficult for me to find out where the holes are in it. But just something to change it up. You know, you can do solid black with white. You can do a white strap. Any of these other things in here. Light brown, dark brown. You know, just something cool to change up, you know, with whatever you want. So anyway, sorry about all the craziness of the vid. It's more difficult doing it this far away. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you all, and I will talk with you soon. Take care.